You move to Atlanta, you move to Texas, wherever you move to, okay, and life got a little bit challenging because it's not going how you thought it was gonna go. Okay, cool. Then what? What other else option do you have other than to win? You gotta get back up. And just like that, we are back with another episode of And Another Thing, brought to you by your host, Devon Clark, brought to you by Inspiration Above, the whole nine and everything. How y'all feeling? How are you all feeling? Look, so we talked about on the last podcast that we're going to talk about something that I learned in that particular day or something that I learned just recently in general. And today, drum roll, please. I guess I'll do with my hands or my tongue or whatever. You actually do get to win. Boom. That's it. I learned that I have never lost anything. And I've been saying this for a while, for a few years now. I have never lost anything, only learned lessons. Like you do get to win. Like once you realize, like, okay, you get to win. And once you realize that, like, okay, everything that you've gone through was only a part of your success. Oh man, that's the most beautiful part. Yeah. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday. Listen, we back for another great episode. I'm excited for you all to grow with us today. And I'm going to jump right into it because this is one that I'm ready to hit out the park, right? And this is one that's been really on me, one that I really needed to come back across because I spoke about it before, right? Maybe on like a TikTok video or whatever the case may be. But as always, before we jump into our podcast, this podcast is for anybody who is struggling right now with attempting to figure out ways to grow. Struggling right now with attempting to figure out ways to come out of that hole that they've been in, ways to let go of the things that they need to let go. This is the podcast for them. This is for women, for men, for brothers, for uncles, for people in the military, people who are incarcerated, who just got out from incarceration. This is the podcast where you come to grow. This is not the podcast where we say whose fault it is or this. Where can we grow? This is that podcast. Let's run it. You ready? And another thing. What other option do you have other than to win? Yeah, that's right. What other option do you have other than to win? So you've let me paint the picture for you real quick. You've gone through what you've gone through already. You've been going through this. You've been growing through this for some time now, right? Some years, some months, some days, some weeks, whatever the case may be. You're in it. And now you've gotten to a point where you say, you know what? This is just my life. I'm just imperfect. I'm just not beautiful. I'm just not deserving, right? And I'm here to tell you, first of all, that's selfish. That's so selfish. That's selfish to you, and that's selfish to everybody around you who've poured all their time, energy, effort, and money into your growth. Yes, it wasn't exactly how you wanted it, but isn't that life? How many times have you gone through something and you planned a birthday and it didn't go as planned? You planned a trip to Jamaica with your friends, or a trip to Cancun, or to Turks and Caicos with or to Cabo with your family and friends, and it didn't go exactly as planned. Maybe the tour guide came an hour and a half later. Maybe he came an hour early. Well, I don't know, right? But that's life. Things are not gonna go as planned, right? So because you've you believe that this is just your life because you have endured, because you have gone through it. Now you're ready to throw in a towel. Now you're ready to say, you know what? I've accepted defeat. I've accepted failure. I've accepted loneliness. That's what you're saying to yourself right now. That's what you've been saying. And if you haven't physically said it, that's what your actions are showing. You want to stop. You haven't put down the abuses, the substances. I'm sorry. You've been abusing the substances. You've been abusing the alcohol. You've been abusing this. No, this is where we come to hold each other accountable. This is not somewhere where we come to, play around with. Let's get into it, right? And now you're ready to quit. Now you're ready to. What about all the tears? All the tears didn't mean anything. All those nights where you were figuring yourself out. Anybody out there on the air that's in nursing school right now and it's challenging? Are you ready to give in? No, I don't think so. Not in my opinion. Nah. And I don't even think you really want to do that. I just think it just got so tough that you don't know who to run to or who to call or what to say or what to do or who to or how to make sense of it. I'm telling you here, listen, you are becoming a different type of executioner in your life with the things that you do, the way that you work, the way that you get things done. Oh, it's building up that grit. It's building up that grit right now in your life. And I'm telling you, your next yes just might be right after your 100th no. Your 100th, I failed this exam. Your 100th over and over and over again. Again, and another thing, what other option do you have other than to win? What other option do you have? Like you've put on this persona. You've put on this image. You've put on this, you've portrayed this person, place, or thing, or whatever, right? You've portrayed this idea to these people, or and these people, I mean the family, the coworker, the friends, whatever. Now they counting on you, and you know that it is not anybody else out there that can do it exactly how you do it. All the things that you've endured over these past few years, all these things that the disrespect, the agony that you've endured, the draining feeling, the defeat that you felt like you endured, right? When it really wasn't defeat, it was actually growing you and shaping you and molding you. It was building a different type of grit. How can you give up now? That hair business that you've been talking about, that you've been developing, you've been doing hair for 14 years. Man, your next yes just may be around the corner. What other option do you have? You got a baby girl. You got a son that's looking up to you. I need you to go back, okay? Your mind, not physically, but mentally. I need you to go back to your 4th grade year or your 5th grade year or your 6th grade year, whatever year it was. I need you to remember what you had on, what you was wearing, the things that you've yearned for. I need you to go back to high school where your first person who you loved, they broke your heart. I know the relationship was a little tough, but it hasn't gotten to a point where disrespect and all of that. It's just the fun is just not there anymore. It's just you're nervous because and anxious because you don't know what your future look like. So you're ready to give up, and you're ready to give up on love. I know it's a few of us brothers that's been there before. That's like, man, I'm so tired of these women. And I know it's a few women out there that's saying the same thing. And at the end of the day, we all just want love, right? But you giving up now? When it's still a way out? When it's still a way to win? No. You got to know the difference between, like, okay, some things you do need to walk away from versus like some things where it's like, now, why now? Like, this thing has been providing you not only with some type of growth, but it's been actually, you see it though. You can clearly see, like, okay, it's right there. It's just tough. It's not what I expected. I'm not fighting how I thought I was going to fight. So I'm ready to give up now. No. I don't think you're ready for that. I don't think you're ready to give up now. I don't think so. And again, as always, right, this is my favorite part, right, where I hold that accountability. And again, as always, I'm talking to myself as well, too. Y'all, I had so many moments in my life where I was like, you know what? This is it. When it came to the real estate license, they give you 4 chances to pass it. I failed it 3 times. I didn't know if I was going to pass that 4th time. I knew I didn't want to take that course over again. So I kind of put it in the back of my mind. But when my daughter came about, it was a different type of grit that came out of me. What else other option do I have other than to win? When you get certain responsibilities up under your belt, you got that rent now. Yes, you're paying for that apartment. You moved across state lines. You moved to Atlanta. You moved to Texas, wherever you moved to. Okay, and life got a little bit challenging because it's not going how you thought it was going to go. Okay, cool. Then what? What other else option do you have other than to win? You got to get back up, son. You got to get back up, daughter. You got to get back up, brother. You got to get back up, sister. You got to get back up, mother. You have to get back up, father. You have to get back up, woman. You have to get back up, man. Don't allow the things that you have been growing through just in this season. And so for some of us, some seasons have lasted 5 years. Now, again, granted, you've allowed them to last that long, but for some of us, they have lasted that long. And not that you think that that's just your life. No. What else other option do you have? Oh my goodness, y'all. Don't get me started on this podcast. My little cousins, man, like back in like November, man, they call me by my nickname. I went over my mother's house to Thanksgiving. And this again, corporate America and all that, people can say what they want to say about it, man. Politics this and this person that, and this person has to know you and all that. I'm just kind of filling everybody else in on attempting to get promotions and new clients and all that fun stuff, right? And I've been in that for the last 2 years, right? But let me give some context to my little cousins, right? So Thanksgiving 2024, my little cousins, they seen me and they said, man, they call me by my nickname, so and so, you flew to New York. I'm like, yeah, man, I was in New York. They seeing the TikToks and the social medias. And, my little cousins, they like 9, 10, 11. I'm like, man, I didn't even know that they was watching me. That's the first blow right there. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's using. You think everybody's going to give you that type of motivation and say, man, keep going. You motivated me. Yes, you've had it before. Yes, I've had it before. But people are not going to tell you that every day. I had to learn that. Okay, let's get back to the story. Boom. Now we in his house, right? And my cousin, he say, he said my nickname. He say, man, he playing around. Man, give me some money, man. And I respond. I said, man, I can teach you how to make some money. Boom. Let's pause right there. I can teach my little cousins how to make some legitimate money, whether it's transportation, whether it's real estate. Like I can give them some type of game at 9, 10, 11 years old. That was a real emotional moment for me. Because again, what else other option do I have other than to win? Right, now let's get back into it. The next thing he said after I said I can teach you how to make some money was, man, I want to do, and it sounded like it went in slow motion because I got my real estate license as well. He said, man, I want to do real estate like you. And it's like the breath went outside of my body because it's like I didn't know that he even knew what real estate was. I don't think I knew what real estate was at 10, 11, 12 years old. Like I couldn't tell you about it. Little cuz, how do you know what real estate is? Because he's watching you, Devon. Because he see you post. Because he's seeing you. I had so many times I want to throw in the towel. What else other option do I have other than to win? You've been making this about you. You've been making your emotions, your feelings about you. I know you're tired. I know it's frustrating. I know you have to ask over and over and over and over and over again. I know you're not feeling the way that you would like to feel. I know the deal is not getting close, but little cousin is watching you. They see you. Little brother, nephew, The next door neighbor, they see you driving that nice car every day. I know you don't have that water being poured into you on a daily basis. I know, I get it. But what other option do you have other than to win? You didn't have that example. As a young lady, as a young man, wouldn't you wish you would have had that? Somebody to break that down to you? Man, I'm truly learning and understanding, man, it takes a village to raise these children. I thank God for my mother and my father. Right? Because it does. I'm understand. It takes a community to raise one another, to teach one another, to guide one another. At that moment, it really hit me on, yo, Devon, what else option do you have other than to win? Are you going to be that selfish that when you don't get your way, you're ready to throw in the towel? What about your daughter that loves water day at school? What about just like the those are the finer, you talk about the finer things in life. The finer things in life are those moments right there, in my opinion. When you can teach your daughter, when you can teach your cousins, when you can say, hey, listen, this was hard, but it was not just for me. What if everybody in your lineage had that mindset? And I know I get it. You got 50, 60 family members. Not everybody's going to think like that. But if 2 people think like that, ain't that enough? Isn't that something? What else other option do you have other than to win? No. This is what you do. You pull yourself together. You wipe your tears. You acknowledge that it's been tough. The ride has been tough. The journey to where you are right now, it's been chaotic. I know. But you are right there. I need you to keep dreaming. I need you to keep dreaming. I need you to keep writing it down. I need you to keep speaking life over your life. Yes, I will be successful. Yes, I will be awesome. Yes, I will be amazing. Yes, I will get that promotion. Yes, I will. I need you to keep speaking it over your life. I am a phenomenal man. You are a phenomenal woman. You are a phenomenal leader. You got this. Pull yourself together. You got this. Smile, son, baby. Come on. You got this. I know. What else other option do you have other than to win? Because there is someone watching you now. And it's not just always for you. There's somebody that needs it, that needs your motivation, that needs that good love, that needs that good word that you give. Oh, don't give up right now. You got this. See you all next episode.